Tier 11 isn't just about new tanks. It's 16 unique vehicles that add a whole new layer of gameplay. It features heavy steel, mobile medium tanks, and, of course, next-level firepower.
Let's see this STRV.
Today, we'll show you 3 tank destroyers and 1 light tank that spots targets for them.
I'm curious about the one that's after the Badger.
The
Nice.
AT-FV230 Breaker is a vehicle with a bad attitude that breaks tanks like toys. Its gun quickly strips heavy tanks to their last rivets. The gun depression angles help it always stay on
480 Alpha. Wait, doesn't the Badger have 480? Why is this the same? That's kind of disappointing because the Badger has the same. 480 Alpha, 283 pen, 8.1 seconds gun reload time. It better have good armor because like the stats, otherwise they're kind of like the same like the Badger. I'm guessing the armor is going to be super good. It's angled. 381 angled and like has a super tiny lower plate. 20 kilometers top speed. Oh, the Badger has like 30, right? Ooh.
high ground, while the
Not good.
traverse angles make fighting from there a breeze. Its armor, meanwhile, will crack even the strongest teeth. Even under a hail of shells, the Breaker keeps moving forward, and it has the direct drive mechanic to help it. The vehicle's engine automatically increases its power and top speed as you move forward.
Oh.
The
Turbo.
longer you drive, the more horsepower
It's like a
you
Porsche,
get.
you know? The spoiler lifts up.
This mechanic lets you deliver your damage per minute exactly where it's needed most, right on time.
I see.
Thanks to this, the Breaker can show up in places where it's least expected. In positional combat, it fights with maneuverability.
To be honest, like looking at the paper stats, it's not very different from the Badger, so the armor better be like a lot better or like something else. It doesn't, like on paper, it's kind of similar
typical
to the
of
Badger.
heavy TDs, because the bonuses reset when you stop. This lets the vehicle stay true to its role, but cover long distances more quickly. The unique upgrade system available for every Tier 11 vehicle will let you push the Breaker's characteristics to their limits. And once you've fully upgraded it, you can unlock new customization elements to
I kind of understand now why, you know, like the models of the new tanks seem so simple, right? Like all the models for all the new tier 11s, they seem very, very simple. It's probably because you can upgrade to this fancy like layer you put after like 3D style or whatever, and then it looks badass.
complement its brutal look. This applies to every vehicle in the new tier. Even the
Papa.
Breaker needs some sniper support sometimes. Someone to deliver the decisive blow.
Welcome to the bee's knees.
Enter the Hirschkäfer. This is
12
a
months
tank
of
destroyer on
entertainment
the
and
Leopard
counting
1's
toilet
chassis.
breaks.
So mobility
Thank you very much for the support, Funk. Appreciate it. Salatati. Toilet breaks. Hirschkäfer. So this is supposed to be after the grill 15, but it has like lower alpha damage. That's disappointing. 550 alpha. How am I gonna play this after the grill? Grill has 750. 295 pin, 60 kilometers top speed. It better have like some really interesting mechanic, cause it's looking a bit
is
kind of
never an
disappointing.
issue. It strikes from nowhere, then vanishes. only to reappear and strike again. And knock the enemy down. Its propellant thermal control system gradually boosts final accuracy and damage per shot when the vehicle is stationary or moving at less than 20 kilometers per hour. A good sniper always waits for the best opportunity.
Interesting.
Time to sub again.
Thank you very much for the support, Private Bird. Appreciate it.
When moving faster than 20 kilometers per hour, the charge bar reduces. After firing, it resets.
I'm not sure I like this mechanic, because it like kind of incentivizes you to just camp, right? Just sit in one spot. I don't know.
And starts building up again. This way, you can choose between frequent shots or fewer, deadlier ones.
800 alpha.
At full charge, you gain a significant boost to damage and accuracy, plus an additional bonus. A guaranteed enemy ammo rack explosion if they have fewer HP than your average damage per shot.
If they have fewer HP. Ah, so basically it's pointless, right? Basically it's pointless. Because like you would die anyways, but you just get the animation of ammo rack. What's the point of that? I guess I guess you're right. Like if in case you low roll, you can't low roll because you would die anyways, right? Okay. So it's kind of like it's kind of like a low roll protection, right? You can't low roll, he would die anyways. I think it's mostly useless, but depending on how much HP he has, I'm sure it's gonna have like its uses.
They have fewer HP than your average damage per shot. Total destruction guaranteed. The Hirschkäfer.
Could this tank be like good for doing critical damage missions, possibly? Huh? For the people who are still struggling with like doing critical hits for the missions and stuff. Guaranteed ammo rack if they have like less HP than your average damage. This could be something.
Can be very fast when it needs to be, but it's not in a hurry. The enemy is only faster on their way back to the garage. The Hirschkäfer will need a fast-firing ally, the fastest firing of all. The STRV 10712 is a true nightmare for the enemy.
This stealthy sniper doesn't rely on a single decisive strike. It occupies a position and
STRV.
With its penetration, damage per minute, hydro-pneumatic suspension, and C.
Oh, it keeps the same alpha, 390. 390 alpha. I mean, to be honest, so far tier 11 comes with good and bad points. On one side it's good because tier 11s don't seem to have like significantly like better stats than the tier 10s, right? For example, if you compare tier 8 to tier 9 or tier 9 to tier 10, the higher tiers always have like much better stats, right? But going from tier 10 to tier 11, it's not a crazy increase in stats, you know, it's I think possibly smaller than the previous tiers. So that's good, you know, because that's gonna give like both tier 9 and tier 10 tanks a chance to like fight these tanks effectively. But it's also a little bit disappointing, you know, because you're grinding something that's supposed to be now the top tier, and the stats increase just aren't that high, so it feels good and it feels bad at the same time too. Yeah, I guess it's all about the gimmicks, you know, about the
Siege
special
mode,
mechanics.
the STRV inherits all the strengths of its branch and adds its own. On top of its travel and siege modes, the vehicle also features a new one, Pillbox mode. It maximizes all the pros and cons of siege mode. The main engine shuts down so that vehicle vibrations don't interfere with the gunner's aim. As a result, the TD can barely move, but its damage per minute, aiming time, and accuracy become even better than in siege mode. To activate Pillbox mode, hold the X key for a few seconds. Pressing it still activates either siege mode or travel mode. Siege mode remains for shorter distances when you need some mobility. Use it when you need to fire, but don't have time to set up a long-term sniper nest. So don't be put off when the STRV-1712 becomes an almost immobile firing point in its unique mode. The enemies in its crosshairs will also become just as immobile.
I feel like this makes it even more situational than the tier 10 STRV. Like the tier 10 STRV is annoying enough with the siege mode, you know, because it makes the tank so situational. Now you got one that has like 2 modes. One normal siege mode and one that makes it like even slower, you know. Will be good if you like camping in a position the entire game, but otherwise, right? Because like again, the stats don't really change much from tier 10 to 11. So what, you're gonna have like a tier 11 STRV that has the same stats when you don't want to use siege mode, and when you want to just camp in one spot, it will be like a little bit better. I'm not really feeling it. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be like very efficient. Yeah, I don't think
quickly.
so.
Last but not least, our light tank, the eyes and ears of tier 11, the LeKpz Borkenkäfer. It's a very fast, compact spotter with an excellent balance of
340 alpha, 249 pin, 75 kilometers top speed. Oh, look at that. 14 degrees gun
view range and concealment. It will most likely see you first, but that's only half the trouble. The real trouble begins when it fires. The Borkenkäfer can scout in a completely new way, using its shells.
I don't know why, but I feel like I'm gonna love this light tank. I already love the tier 10 Rheinmetall, and I'm always shooting with it to do damage. And if this one is gonna be able to like spark targets whenever you do damage, I don't know why, but I feel like I'm gonna love it. You know, besides the autoloader lights, like the Tezzak, I might have like another favorite light tank now.
Pressing X equips a shell with a laser target designator. When the shell hits an enemy, it applies one of 2 effects. If the target is already spotted, the hit increases the time it stays visible and the damage it takes. If the Borkenkäfer successfully marks a target in the firing line of allies, that target will take more damage. If the target wasn't spotted, hitting it places a marker saying, "You hit it, there's an enemy there." The marker doesn't highlight the target's silhouette, only its position is revealed.
This is by far the most interesting mechanic, I think, from all the tier 11 tanks. I love it. I love it. I think this might make spotting fun again, man. This one tank could possibly make spotting fun again in all the tanks. I love it. It's really nice, you know, like you can focus on doing damage and you get bonuses like if the target is already spotted, you put the marker on him, he takes more damage. If you know somebody somewhere in the bush, you know, pop the marker, then everybody knows he's there. I think this is gonna make spotting fun again. I love it. Definitely the most interesting mechanic by far.
This mechanic unlocks new opportunities for team play. Show your skills and creativity.
Like just imagine
like never before. With
how nice this is gonna be when you play in a platoon or something, right? You got some 2 TDs like, oh, I'm gonna blind shoot here, aim there, in case he gets spotted, you just shoot, you know. Super
The
nice.
next level
I love it.
scout.
Love it.
That concludes our first introduction to Tier 11. You get to know it for real very soon, in the very near future. See you on a whole new level.
That was lovely. I'm impressed with the light tank. I forgot about all the other ones. I only remember the light tank. I'm hyped about that. I love playing the tier 10 Rheinmetall so much. It has an amazing gun. If the tier 11 has the same gun with those like nice gimmicks, money in the bank, baby. Super nice. Very nice. Very impressed. What do you guys what did you guys like the most from these new mechanics, I wonder?